Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100 subs, it's time to get some out. Hey, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. President chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah, Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show. It's the Mizzle show. Yeah, the Mizzle show. Yeah, Mizzle show. Yeah, the Mizzle show.
Only one more week to put up with this crap. Only one more week.
Seems like everybody has checked out.
No, I haven't checked out. It's just, okay, one more week, and then it's over. It's done with. Prepare for 2025, and let's just see who's going to make this run to New Orleans, Louisiana, as we come to with episode 285. 15 episodes away from that magical number of 300. I'm glad you're with us, but before we get to what happened tonight in Santa Clara at Jeans Stadium at Great America, let's go back. Well, earlier today. Well, first off, congratulations. A win for your beloved Sixers as they go to the beautiful Pacific Northwest to get the win 125-103 over the Portland Trailblazers.
Yes.
13-17 on the season. Big man drops 37 in the Northwest. 23 from Maxey, 15 from Ube. Yabasali had 16.
That man is working on he's working on a contract. Yabasali?
Yeah.
He's been balling. Just quietly, too.
Everyone that played for the Sixers scored at least one basket tonight. So,
well,
only person that did not play was Kyle Lowry with a hip injury. But, yeah, everyone that has played scored for Philly. So, Philly climbing their way back up the
that is 4 wins in a row.
And shout out to the Dons as them and Santa Clara played a fantastic game on the Hilltop tonight. Went to overtime. Dons get the win 97-94.
I think that game was on ESPN Plus, too. I could have watched it some way, somehow.
Yeah, it was.
Go figure.
Yeah. But the Dons off to a good start. 12-3 on the season. Malik Thomas had 34 points to lead the way for the Dons as a conference play getting ready to start. Has already started in the West Coast Conference. Of course, we know St. Mary's, Gonzaga, they're going to be there, as we all know. But good win for the Dons. Good win for them as conference play is about to go full-fledged throttle. Next up for the Dons, their next game will be against UOP in Stockton.
Oh, that's going to be pretty good. That might be a dandy. That might be a dandy.
And then after that, should they win that game, they would be 13-3, and they would play 12-3 Washington State in the Palouse in Pullman. That too will be on ESPN Plus. When they play Gonzaga? Well, it's probably not until February. All right. Well, there you go. Yep, they play Gonzaga on the 13th of February. All right.
Boy, this laptop has a mind of its own.
But real quickly, back to Friday. As I've been saying the past few weeks, any other season, Joe Burrow would be your MVP.
I don't disagree.
The man has been playing lights out. The Bengals and Broncos played a fantastic game. Bo Nix made some ridiculous plays. You don't know how he did it, but he did.
The play action to where he dropped and he just was it Mims? I think Mims just ran right under it. Oh my goodness! Him and Joe Burrow put on some good football.
He threw 3 TDs. Burrow threw for 412 and 3 TDs, but he was like, you know what? Screw the kicker's hands. I'm gonna do it myself.
What did I tell
Higgins.
you? What did I tell you?
You found Mr. Higgins. Well, I'll tell you what.
And that play was drawn up on the sideline. Like it wasn't even part of the package or the plan. Joe Burrow, Higgins, and all of them got together and drew that up on the sideline.
Sounds like some Scooter Hamilton insomniac stuff. It really does. The Bengals keep their playoff hopes alive. Now we know the Bengals need some help.
A lot of help.
Qualify. They need obviously to beat the Steelers on. Well, I'll tell you what this. Well, we could just call this upcoming Saturday AFC North Saturday because that's what it is. As it is all nothing but AFC North games.
You know what sucks?
What's that?
I'm over here having those. I might have to go against the rule. The rule might have to be going against when we do our picks.
Well, I might.
Mike Tomlin has let me down the past 2 weeks.
Well, I might do something shocking that might make you go whoa.
What, you picking the Rams to win the whole damn thing?
No. I might be picking Prince to win on Sunday.
Is it game in Minneapolis or it's in
No, it's in
Motor City?
It's in the Motor City, but
I think the Lions defense might be leaking a little oil. And I can see the reason why you might be going with the Vikings because they're coming in with that high-powered offense.
Because I'm sorry, because in the first half, Brock Purdy was looking like Joe Montana.
That is some disgusting mess right there. Good God.
Number 13 was looking like number 16 in red and gold. And yes, I know this fan base wants to crucify Jake Moody and put him on the cross. I get it.
I mean, the man is 9-16 for 40-plus yards, bro.
I get it. He's been 10 of 18 since he started the year 13 of 14. I get it. I understand it. But do not sit there and tell me to a man that y'all wouldn't be saying the same thing if it was Robbie Gould, because y'all would. I don't want to hear it. Don't at me. If Robbie Gould was doing this, if Phil Dawson was doing this, y'all be saying the same thing. Because y'all were saying the same thing when it was starting to happen to David Akers. Oh, I remember.
Hell, didn't y'all want to crucify Joe Netney?
I didn't, but I'm sure they did too. I mean, heck, Ray Washington didn't have the highest percentage, but he was their kicker for a long, long time.
Hey, you're talking to a guy that the fan base want to crucify the moment Sebastian Janikowski got drafted.
Correct.
Not me.
What happened? Okay. How many?
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
How many clutch kicks did Sebastian kick once he got himself right?
Well, hell, he was kicking clutch field goals drunk. If you ain't heard the John Gruden story.
Yes. Okay. So.
And how long did he kick for the Raiders?
A very long time.
I think he only kicked for one team.
Yeah.
No, I think he kicked for another team.
I think.
Did he play for the Seahawks?
Yeah. He did.
Did he go to the Seahawks? Yeah.
And
so,
because he's off tomorrow on New Year's Eve and looks like he's wearing Jesse the Body Ventura's tie-dye or Superstar Billy Graham, I don't know. But our fellow family member and all pro Joffo, the one, the only, the bad guy, Mr. JP Joss Pruneda.
I made this.
Nice.
Oh.
Well,
wow.
This sounds like that I'm gonna sit back and chill and relax because this looked like there's some Niner conversation about to happen right here. So.
We had a appreciation week at work, and they were doing a tie-dye station. I made a couple, one for me and one for the wife, of course. But
Superstar Billy Graham, The Rock, Don Morocco, and Jesse would be very proud.
I knew I had to keep it, especially since, as all of my clothing, my wife always takes the shirt. because it's
As you
very not very often I get to wear it, so it's nice I get to put it on now.
There you go.
But hello, gentlemen. Hello, all fellow night owls.
Yes.
Where do we
Night Owl
start?
Edition.
Where do we fucking start?
Well, Dub was just explaining about not going off on Mr. Moody, and I'm so
Why?
glad you walked
Why?
in. Exactly. This is
Why?
why I'm gonna sit back and relax. The floor is you guys.
What,
Go for it.
Dub? Can I
There's
ask you a
nothing-
quick question? A quick
there's
question,
nothing-
real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why do you defend this man so thoroughly?
I'm not defending him. I'm getting to that, EJ. Just chill for a minute. I'm not defending him. Okay, am I mad that he misses kicks? Yes. Okay, you have one fucking job. Absolutely. But I will say this to people. Have you ever kicked a football with a high ankle sprain, which is your kicking leg? Now, if he's still hurt, his ass shouldn't be kicking. With that said, the only thing I have said is if this was Phil Dawson, if this is Robbie Gould, the same fan base would be giving him the same shit. Okay? I remember back in 2012 when they were giving the same shit to David Akers because David Akers was missing some kicks and he was reliable and the fans were giving him shit then. All I'm saying is,
as they should.
all I'm saying is, don't act like you're holier than thou because, like I said, if Robbie Gould was missing these kicks, you'd be crucifying Robbie Gould too.
You damn right.
That's all. That is all I'm saying. That's not
At
me
least he
defending.
can admit it. He can admit it.
That's
Look,
not me.
Phil Dawson, Robbie Gould, if they were to miss kicks, I'd give them the same shit. But you know what happened? They didn't. They didn't miss kicks. They didn't miss kicks in clutch situations. When they needed it most, they were there the entire time. I agree with you. I would give them shit if they were missing kicks. But that's not the case. We're talking about a third round pick of a kicker who was supposed to be golden leg, automatic from anywhere on the field. That is your sole job responsibility, is to kick field goals. If you have a high ankle sprain, sit your fucking ass down. You are not helping anybody. You weren't great when you weren't hurt. If you're hurt, you're a detriment to the team.
He was 13 of 14 before the sprained ankle happened.
And that one miss came in the clutch situation, and they ended up losing the game. It's about when, Dub. It's about when.
I understand.
And again, if you have an ankle sprain, and I've always said this because I have never given players the leeway of injury, because if you yourself, and this is on the player, if you yourself think you are good enough to play, then you have no excuse for what happens on the field. Point blank, period. Now, if you have a shit game and you go, oh, well, my leg, no. If your leg was still hurt, sit your ass down. We'll get somebody healthy in there who will actually help the team. But your ego is so goddamn big. I want to play, coach. I want to play through it, coach. I want to play through it, coach. All right. We're going to play through it. Now let's go. Look what's going on.
I also blame your coach.
That's all on Moody. That's all on Moody, and that's all on B Rabbit for continuing to put false trust in this son of a bitch.
Thank you, because that goes to the question I asked in the group chat. Why are you still putting him out there if he's not producing? Why? I agree with what you said, Dub, but it's almost time you got to get with the coaching. I understand the confidence. You didn't miss 2. You're 9 of 16 for 40 plus yards.
Okay, how many times can we crucify B Rabbit about the same damn thing?
Every day.
Well, how hot is his seat?
It should be on fire, but it's not.
But it's not, because Jed.
Okay, so that's how long we're going to talk about B Rabbit until that seat become hot.
Well, like I said, if I can come across billions and put a ownership group, I'll go buy the damn Niners right now.
I hate to say it, but what Kay was predicting a while ago when he was saying about the losing the locker room and things starting to go downhill.
Which, by the way, shout out to Country K. We miss you, buddy.
Indeed.
Uh,
It's coming to fruition.
I know his seat isn't hot right now,
It's the curse of Eddie DeBartolo.
but
Jr.
if next year,
It's the curse of Eddie D.
if next year, full healthy squad, they bomb,
Okay.
oh, you better believe his seat is on fire.
I'm a see you and I'm a raise you. If they bomb playing a fourth place schedule next season, that will put them on the hot seat because
Well,
because
the
here's-
division
okay.
was open for you guys to take this year because there was
It
really
was.
the Rams wasn't strong enough, but we knew they was going to get strong, but they got stronger. The Cardinals,
statistically, sure.
yeah, Seattle,
Realistically,
But they're the division champions.
no.
Yeah, the division was right there for you guys to
they're the
take.
division
I'm just saying, like you said, on paper, yeah, but once you guys got to be playing, I'm like,
Okay.
oh,
Something's wrong. Something is
yeah,
completely wrong.
this looks off.
Matt Stafford, all he has to do is manage the game now because he has a bull in Kyron Williams.
Yep.
Matthew doesn't have to be Detroit Lions Matthew Stafford no more.
Well, I mean, Detroit Lions Matthew Stafford wasn't all that great to begin with, so
That's true too, but he can just manage the game now because that defense has gotten better
Yep.
after that 1-4 start. Young and Verse and all those guys, they have gotten better. And like I said,
What did we say a couple of shows ago? Don't let the Rams get in the playoffs.
Well, now
Don't
they're
let
in.
well.
But right now, and I'm saying this at 11:47 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on December 30th. Right now, if there's two teams I don't want to see in the NFC, they both play in the same division. One wears green and gold, the other wears purple.
Yeah, you don't want the Lions or the Vikings right now.
No, I said green and gold. I said the Packers.
Oh, Packers. Yeah, you just said it.
the Packers. Are we really scared of the Packers?
I didn't say scared.
I would be a little worried. Be a little worried.
Now the one team the one team that can just really throw a wrench in this whole thing is that damn team in Landover, Maryland called the Washington Commanders.
Oh, best believe Jaden Daniels is going out to prove something.
Now, if there's one team that can really throw in some chaos, it is the Commanders. Because whatever
I'd like to see that.
To which again, and this is just my opinion, Adam Peters should be Executive of the Year because what he's done in his first year as GM with that franchise, and we know how horrible and dysfunctional that franchise has been under the ownership of Dan Snyder, but what Adam Peters has done, he should get credentials for being Executive of the Year because he has done a fantastic job in his first year running the show in Landover, Maryland.
Gave that city something to cheer about.
Oh yeah,
They picked a winner.
That fan base has hope.
Been waiting.
That fan base has hope now.
Can you imagine when they go back now?
Oh, when they go back to
RFK?
Oh,
see, now it's gonna feel legit.
That's gonna be a true home for the like.
Yeah, that's gonna
RFK
feel legit.
was.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Going to old RFK, that stadium literally used to shake when it.
Yeah.
And when that stadium.
Oh,
got
they had
to
bleachers.
rocking,
They had the. They didn't have real.
And that city has been waiting to just inject themselves with football back.
You will see the return of the Hogs and the Hogettes. Guaranteed.
Give me the Hogettes. Give me the Hogettes. Give me a whole student section of Hogettes.
Exactly.
Give me a whole entire section of them. Give me oinkers, everyone.
Now you know they say with certain teams are right and it makes the NFL fun and exciting. You put the Washington Commanders back in RFK Stadium with that fan base and how just
You
like you
actually
said,
put them.
oozing.
You actually
And
put
they
them back in
may
Washington.
may go back to the original name.
Well, the tribe is petitioning for that to happen. If the reports are right. So
They may be waiting to go back to RFK to do that.
yeah, I mean, give them the
Well,
old so they can start wearing the old arrow helmets too. Ooh.
hail to the Redskins sounds a lot better than hail to the Commanders.
It sure did. Well, it just
Braves on the warpath sounds a lot better than Commanders on the warpath. Of course, fight for old DC. However,
of course.
but I will say this: on
Jaden
some
Daniels
notes,
is exciting.
did we
Yeah.
possibly see the next possible quarterback rivalry between Jane Daniels and Michael Penix Jr.?
That was exciting.
Yeah.
I told y'all it was gonna be exciting to watch.
Who said Michael Penix Jr. was legit? Who said that motherfucker was legit?
A few things for him to tone up on, which I already know. The young man is gonna look at the film. He's gonna be like, he missed a few passes, but that's given. That's given. The man ain't played. This is what his second week playing, and he was on Front Street. You know, and balled out.
All I'm going to say is this: NFC South.
He made it difficult.
In NFC South, watch out for this Falcons offense in 2025.
Hey, that dart he threw. I'm talking about Penix for the touchdown. I forgot who caught it. I think it Pitts.
Yeah, it was Kyle Pitts.
He Pitts had no choice but to catch it. He just darted that bad boy up in there, and I'm like, ooh.
Hey, Dub, can I ask you a question?
Shoot, sir.
What would you say about making an effort to go and draft Ashton Genty?
You ready to get up? You ready to get up that hall to get up there to get him?
I'm like this.
I would.
I'm like this.
You guys already have a staple of running backs.
If
Not a longevity.
No, I know. Oh, that's what I was getting at. Not a difference maker. It's something. Well, we don't know what his NFL career could be like.
If Genty can compliment Isaac Guerrero, because I really do like Isaac Guerrero.
Compliment it. Genty's going to take over.
No. What I'm saying is, let Guerrero.
You just saying compliment. Period.
Let Guerrero be the change of pace. Genty's your bell cow, but let Guerrero be the third down back, catch pass out the backfield, because I mean that route he ran and then the way Brock just put into him in the first half was absolute beauty for that gain of 40 yards. What I'm saying is, now I will say this, unless because and you and I have talked about this, priority number one, re-sign Dre Greenlaw. That's priority number one. Number two, work on this damn offensive line. And there's two offensive linemen from your university that I would love to take on my team right now.
Wait. Are you not counting in that you got to pay Brock Purdy?
Brock is still under contract.
How many years?
We gotta pay him.
Hold on, JP. How many years?
He's 1 year left. 1 year left.
Come on, brother. How long we been watching? What do they don't do? What do they don't do? What do these players don't do? Because they want more money. They don't do what, brothers? Come on and say it. Say it for me.
They don't have the contract. I know this.
You damn right. So you think Brock Purdy ain't about to start asking for money right now? The way this market is going, y'all better pay him before Sam Darnold get paid. I tell you that right now.
Well, Sam Darnold's going back to the Vikings.
I understand that, but you better pay
Purdy.
Purdy.
Wait. What do you think Sam Darnold's going to get?
They said on Sport Rack he can ask for damn near like 50. 50 annual.
50. That's still fine. That's still lower than what Purdy's going to get.
So
it depends.
Why Purdy gonna want more?
It depends on how deep the Vikings go in the playoffs.
No, that too.
But hold. You're forgetting one thing. And his name is J.J. McCarthy.
Correct.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I do not think
So why would they go backwards?
they would pay that much with a question mark of not knowing how good JJ McCarthy's going to be just yet. If they haven't gotten a good idea just yet of how good he's actually, he could be Sam Darnold times 10. We don't even know. So then you're going to be put into a huge predicament because you pay Sam Darnold for what? The next
It's got to be
4 to
three.
5 years?
Yeah, the way these contracts are going right about now, 3, 4 max. 3 to 4.
Surpassing, going past JJ's rookie contract?
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
So then it goes to my point of then you might want to pay Purdy before he hits the market.
He'll get at least 55.
Darnold,
No, Purdy.
55 million.
Yeah. And that's fine. I'm okay with 55. When you're starting to get into the 60, 65 is when I start having a problem.
Well,
Brock, I love you. I've defended you through thick and thin. I see what you can be. But there's still a bit of a ways to go before we're talking about your top 3 elite. So let's pump the brakes there for a quick second. Very good, very efficient. Those are 2 things that we need. Somebody who can make the right decisions, who can get the ball there, but now there needs to be more development. There needs to be more development to the game. He's got wheels. We need to start using them more often because what I saw with Josh Dobbs,
which, by the way, he'll be starting on Sunday against the Cardinals,
is really, really making me wonder the type of quarterback that we actually need.
I've been saying we've needed a mobile quarterback.
This is one of the reasons why when that rumor started floating around of Lamar Jackson going to the 49ers, I said, don't fuck around and give the 49ers Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson came to San Francisco, the league would be shut down and over for the next 10 years.
I'd still say Kyle found a way to mess it up. Because
He might find a way.
Because he messed up Trey Lance.
Trey Lance ain't no Lamar Jackson, though.
No, he's not. But
I'm sorry. He didn't mess up Trey Lance. He exposed what Trey Lance actually is. He's not a top 3 overall pick. Could he have been a good quarterback? Good development and everything like that? Sure. But top 3?
the only reason why he went that high was because John Lynch criticized himself for passing on Kermit the Frog.
He thought Trey Lance was going to be Kermit the Frog?
No. He was saying the possibilities might be there, which, again, I mean, Trey Lance did some good things at North Dakota State. All I'm saying is...
He had 1 year.
I'm about to say, JP took the words right out of my mouth. I'm about to say, what? 1 year.
COVID was the worst thing that happened to him, just like it was the worst thing that happened to James Wiseman.
And he should have stayed another year. Somebody should have advised him to stay another year. They fucked him over.
And you're not wrong on that either.
Yeah. He should have used that extra year eligibility.
Now, I'll say
for sure.
This. Now,
Transfer portal out to somewhere else that's got a bigger name or whatever, and then kind of prove yourself from there.
Now, I'll say this. I will take Ashton Genty if Campbell from LSU or your boy Banks from Texas is not there to draft the offensive line. Because, like I said, priority number one is
You're ready to go to the trenches. You're done with all this
that's
other
where
other.
that's where
the
football is won.
what
Yeah.
we do in the draft, offensive line wise, will really determine how we handle free agency. Can you look up upcoming free agents for at least like the right side of the line, like right tackle and center? We got our guard.
Well, I'll say
Is
yeah.
Trent Williams retiring?
No, but you need to find his replacement right now.
Well, he's getting very long.
That's
at the
a
tooth.
draft pick.
He's getting long at the tooth.
The next
And
left tackle is a draft pick.
Yeah. How
Free agency, if we can get a decent right tackle and a center out of free agency, I'll be cool with that
I'll say
too.
this: I will take Ryan Kelly at center right now.
he's a free agent.
He will be.
We might need to invest in that.
that would handle some issues quickly.
And then
Because
check
truthfully
who
speaking-
upcoming right tackle free agents.
Because truthfully speaking, we have not had a good center since Alex Mack, and Alex Mack was only for 1 year, and Alex Mack was at the end of his career, and Alex Mack had a very good career. But I mean, if you want to be honest, we have not had a very good center since Jonathan Goodwin. Okay, and
Purdue.
And the funny part was, for whatever reason, they decided to get rid of Dan Kilgore, and Dan Kilgore actually turned into a very good center when he went to the Dolphins.
I was about to say Kilgore was actually, I thought he was pretty damn good.
Kilgore was very good, and the Niners did not want to sign him. And then, of course, when they did pay for a center, they paid for an injury pro guy in Western Richburg. He was good when he was there, but as we always say on the show, your best ability is availability. And he was hardly available. Now,
Gotta be available.
But I'll just be real. We have not had a legit all-pro center, and I'm going back 20-plus years since Jeremy Newberry.
Ooh.
That's how long it's been since the Niners have had an all-pro center.
Didn't he play both sides, Raiders and the Niners? I think Jeremy Newberry.
He was a center, and he was a damn.
No. But I mean, he played for the Raiders and the Niners, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Jeremy
Yes.
Newberry. Yeah. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I know that name.
Yeah. We went from
Even the great Ronnie Lott made mistakes.
Oh wow! So Jerry Rice made a mistake. Charlie Garner made a mistake.
Yep.
Yeah.
well, Jerry went to the Pro Bowl.
Jerry Rice had
This motherfucker here.
Jerry Rice had no blemishes on his Super Bowl record until he went to y'all.
This is true. This is crazy.
The great Will Franklin, as always, chiming in.
Funniest referee of all time.
I think he still showed y'all that y'all made a mistake and let him walk. That's how I'll say that.
No, I'm not going to deny
And I was
that.
like saying thank you for that because the first season with the Raiders, all that did, man, was put up 93 catches over 1,200 yards. What?
What'd y'all do, though?
We made it to the playoffs and still lost, but it's okay.
You're right.
I wasn't even talking about
you.
what we did. I'm just talking about showing you what. So good job of trying to be an a-hole. It takes an a-hole to know an a-hole. So that wasn't the point that was trying to be made, a-hole.
Take it mine.
So
Take it, motherfucker. Let's go.
here is,
I know how to bob and weave. Go ahead,
Okay, so here are right tackle free agents upcoming. There's David Bakhtiari, longtime Green Bay Packer.
and say how many years they've been in the league. Say that. That's also that needs to be said too. because-
Bakhtiari is injury prone. I would.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
He's good when he's healthy. I'll give him that. He's one of the best right tackles in the league when he's healthy. When he's just rarely healthy. Let him go follow Aaron Rodgers wherever the fuck he's going.
Good Lord. I think the Jets need to just reshape everything.
Okay, let me do it for this way. Okay, let's.
I mean, I know my franchise right now is in the dumps, but Jesus, at least we're not the Jets.
Where's Elton John when you need him?
Go ahead, Deb.
Hold on, I'm gotta go back to.
You might need to yell into your microphone again.
He has to go back. He must have something with his internet. Must have.
No. It's right tackle, you a holes.
See, he's
Listen,
not getting
what
the
I say, you
proper.
must obey.
It's the technology. See,
About to
he has it all kind of
piece
raised
of
around.
scissors. Okay, so if we're talking about right tackles,
Yes.
there is Morgan Moses from the Jets, Trenton Brown from the Bengals, Becton from the Eagles, Lamb from the Dolphins, David Quisenberry from the Vikings, Storm Norton from the Falcons, LaRaven Clark from the Eagles, James Hudson from the Browns.
Quisenberry.
And Raven Clark is not bad either.
I'd take Quisenberry.
Quisenberry is unrestricted, but he is 34 years old.
I'd still take him for a veteran. He's still good. A veteran presence on the right side of the line. So if you do go ahead and draft a right tackle or something like that in your second or third round, you can learn underneath that veteran presence. That's all good. I'm not worried about that.
No wonder. He went to San Jose State.
You right. I know about Quisenberry.
Makes all the sense now.
The dude, I don't give a shit what people say about small schools. Like this dude is legit. He is legit. I definitely think bringing him back home to Santa Clara would be a smart move. Again, just that veteran presence on the line to help and he's gonna help Pooney too.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You know, and he's reliable. So it's a guy you can count on to be on the field.
All right,
So you know it's
unrestricted
you
free
really got to
agents-
start thinking about the future, and when you start thinking about the future, you need to build from the ground up. And you can't have all these young players, draft picks, all that other shit, you know, going on, and then not have a veteran presence to help guide it.
I agree.
Because then it's a free range missile that's going nowhere.
All right, so all restricted free agents. Of course, we just talked about Ryan Kelly from the Colts, who is 31. We got Coleman Shelton from the Bears, Nick Harris from the Browns, Tristan Colon Castillo from the Cardinals, Josh Myers from the Packers, Bradley Bozeman from the Chargers, and Drew Dahlman from Atlanta. They are all unrestricted free agents. Restricted free agents, you got Ryan Nazili from the Falcons and Brock Hoffman from the Cowboys. Now, if we're looking at
staying away from the Cowboys.
Now, if we're looking at guard, because possibly Aaron Banks might not be back. Now we're talking unrestricted free agents. We have future Hall of Famer Zach Martin from the Cowboys, James Daniels from the Steelers, Austin Corbett from the Panthers, Kevin Zeltzer from the Lions. Of course, I've been saying the Lions are the best O-line of football all year.
Yeah.
Will Hernandez from the Cardinals, Nate Herbig from the Steelers, Ben Branson from the Buccaneers, John Feliciano from the Niners, Cody Whitehair from the Raiders.
Who's the dude from the Lions again?
Kevin Zeltzer.
So we see what that offensive line does in the run game, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
We know what we like to do, right?
Yes.
Or at least ideally.
Point of emphasis.
Well, again, you saw that today because Mr. Penny Sewell pancaked Mr. MAGA when Sonic found the end zone in the fourth quarter.
You know, it's just
Well, it's not shocking when you see Mr. Sewell do that.
No, it's not.
so having him there at that left guard spot would be terrifying for the run game. And it's another veteran, like, nasty presence. Like that. I want nasty, mauler offensive linemen. I want, like, Aaron Boone. I want Joe Staley. Like, I want
You mean
Potty.
Alex
I
Boone?
want
You mean
motherfuckers
Alex
in
Boone?
the dirt.
You mean Alex Boone?
Or Alex Boone, sorry, not Aaron Boone. Alex Boone.
Let's say
I
Aaron
want-
Boone's a baseball player. Ain't he?
Yeah. I want Alex Boone. Like, I want motherfuckers in the dirt. That's what I want to see. Nasty offensive linemen who are getting after it.
Yeah,
Like, and that's
I miss
especially
watching-
for a run game like
Yeah,
this, that's necessary.
Mhm.
I miss the old power play when they used to pull Mike Iupati. Oh, Iupati was so good when he pulled. Oh my God. Oh.
He
There
was
was some
so
space.
fast.
It was some space getting made when he moved. Oh yeah. A hole was
baby.
getting cleared.
Oh.
How many
baby.
DBs and linebackers made business decisions on that one?
That was a staple.
One of the greatest Idaho battles of all time.
That was a staple for sure.
But
but like
I will say this. First off, George Kittle. What more can you say? Fantastic game. But for me, good for Ricky Pearsall. What the man has been through, definitely showed you what he possibly can be tonight. 8 catches for 141 yards and a touchdown.
Oh,
Yeah. No, Ricky balled out tonight. He
had himself a game.
Yes, he did.
yeah, Ricky
young
had a good
man.
one.
So that's definitely something. that
Ricky had a good one.
he could definitely build on that. But
George had a good game too. But I mean that's
yeah,
Kittle's
George-
Mr. Consistent.
But George Kittle for the
Standard.
4th time in his career, 1,000-yard season.
Let's go.
good
Let's
for him.
go.
But again,
Future fucking Hall of Famer right there.
here for me, this is where the game was lost. Now, like I said, for the most part,
Was it the 2 kicks or the PAT?
See, I knew I was gonna
no,
say
it
kicker.
was the 2 bad passes that Brock Purdy threw that turned into 13 Detroit Lions points.
Mm.
Yeah, that didn't help.
But let me say this. I'm going to say this again. James Bates, the Lions kicker, missed 2 extra points. So, and I've been saying this all night, if you add the 7 points Jake Moody left out there, but you add the points that James Bates add, the Niners still lose the game 42-41. They lose by a point. This is where the game was lost. The Detroit Lions, on 3rd down, went 9 for 14.
Ooh.
On 4th down, they went 2 for 3.
Mm.
Okay, when
That's
you play
Lions football though. 4th down is Lions football.
when you play the Detroit Lions, and this is going for all opposing defenses for the rest of this year,
All
you
4
have
downs.
to play all 4 downs. Okay, this game had no punts tonight. And the
What?
Niners kind of know, and the Niners are known for going into games and having no punts because they were the first to do it. Bills
Wow,
and
no
Bengals
punt.
in
No
'92,
punts.
the Super Bowl that we never got in the '90s. No punts. Bills won by 3. Why? Because you, Michael Kofer, pulled a Jake Moody. Yeah. Michael Kofer was the original Jake Moody.
If anybody deserves an elbow from the top rope,
It's Mike Kofer.
just fucking.
But I mean, really, that's the difference. Those 2 bad passes, because I mean, like I said, the Lions.
No, I mean
defense-
Brock definitely like with those. I was watching it back, going, "Yeah, buddy, those are misreads." Like that, those
Yeah.
you had
To
no
the-
business throwing
to the
those
same guy.
passes.
to the same guy. Like
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like
Neil,
you
like
had
he was
absolutely
like he was Neil O'Donnell in Super Bowl 30, throwing a Larry
He's like
Bird.
you had
Oh,
zero business throwing those passes, and you did. But that's where I'm saying like, and that's why people these rumors and stuff because people see this and automatically go to the see that's why he's the last pick in the draft blah blah blah. They go back to the old bullshit argument, acting like great players don't have bad games. We're acting like Patrick Mahomes' first half of the season was good. He was ass
yep.
and they found a way to win somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, Brett
You,
Favre threw
so
5
and
interceptions in the
nobody
playoff
was
game.
everyone was blaming everybody else around him except for Patrick Mahomes. Brock Purdy has a couple of bad games. Everybody's blaming him and nobody else around him. Nobody's blaming the fact that Debo has been asshat this whole goddamn year.
Oh yes,
Nobody else is talking about the fact
He's
that
played
fucking
like
B Rabbit hasn't
Tyshawn
been playing.
Raekwon and not Debo. He's been Tyshawn Raekwon this year, folks, not Debo.
He's still a good decision maker. He's still a good quarterback that could develop into an elite quarterback. He's
Mm-hmm.
got that type of capability. He really does.
But not
But
just that, he does something that James Richard Garoppolo never did, which is take fault when he didn't play well.
Well,
Because Garoppolo would say everything else, but say, you know what, I gotta play better. Brock Purdy, I gotta play better. I gotta make better decisions.
owning up to it.
Owning up to it.
That's what you need in your quarterback.
mm-hmm.
And that's why I think and again, none of this matters. We were already eliminated.
Correct.
So the whole everything that I'm watching is kind of like, all right, now we're just looking to see what we have in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's coming up. Ricky, I mean, one game is not going to sell me 100% on him being the first round pick.
Correct.
Just yet.
Yep.
I still think we had other needs that we could have gone to that, in that position, but we went with him. Do I think he's a first rounder? No. He had a third, fourth round grade. And we got him in the first round. And the only highlight anybody could ever show me is that one-handed catch he had at Florida. Nothing else. You go back and look at his stats, it's nothing that was, eye-popping. It was playmaker ability. It was intangibles that we drafted him on. That's why I'm not sold.
So you said he wasn't the best player available at that spot?
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We could have either bolstered our offensive line in the first round, and then got Pooney in the third, or however it is. We could have done way more. And again, that's no disrespect to Ricky. He has played well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's spurts. It's
not
bits
a first
and
round
pieces.
talent.
It's not officially consistent just yet.
I will say
That may not be his fault because a guy named Jawan Jennings is on the other side.
Who has played like a number one all season long.
It's going to be heartbreaking watching him leave.
I think y'all got him for a couple more years, right? I believe he signed an extension.
I think we got one more year with him. I think.
Should have a couple more.
Because Jawan Jennings has been that.
Jawan Jennings signed a 2-year, $15.39 million contract with the Niners on May 29th, 2024. The contract has $10.54 million in guarantees.
So one more year. Okay.
$8.435 million is guaranteed at fully signing.
So it's this year and next year. Got one more year with him.
Yeah.
And if he continues to play the way he's been playing,
Or unless it was an extension. Was it an extension or
He will be a free agent in 2026.
next year? So one more year with him.
so
2026 he'll be an unrestricted free agent.
and and
Should have gave him that Ayuk money.
well, here's what's gonna happen. We're moving on from Debo.
Yeah, it's happening.
Whether it's trade, cut, whatever the fuck is gonna happen,
Y'all about to eat some money then.
we're letting that go. So when that happens, because you've put essentially all your chips in Ayuk to be your number one guy when he comes back.
Correct, because that's how
But
you're paying
who-
him.
But who knows when he's going to come back? And this is why I say, week 17, I want to see Jacob Cowing. Just like I was throwing a conniption saying play Jawan Jennings, I'm going to say the same thing about Jacob Cowing. Jacob Cowing can be a player in this offense. If you don't believe me, go watch the Alamo Bowl tape against Oklahoma where he lit up the Sooners as an Arizona Wildcat. I'm telling you, Jacob Cowing's got the goods.
You guys always know how to bring a smile to my face. I love it. You guys bring me so much joy when you talk about certain subjects.
But he torched them.
Fucking
Him?
scrubs.
Him and Mac both torched the Sooners in that Alamo Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jacob Cowing can run routes. Jacob Cowing has speed. Like, I want to see him more involved.
Smoking my Sooners pack.
Okay. You can sit Debo for the last game of the season. Let Pearsall, Jennings, and Cowing, let those be your wide receivers going into Sunday, because more than likely Josh
you wanna
Dobbs
see
will
the
start
kids.
because Brock now might have a nerve injury with his arm, and the last time that happened, he had to get surgery. So
That's
Mm-hmm.
that also
true.
might play into the factor of the contract. So
That'll do it.
Here's my number one thing. Shouldn't have had to take that for you to take him the fuck out.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, he shouldn't have played this game to begin with. These last two games meant nothing.
no, they did.
This was these next 2 weeks were to evaluate what you have.
Correct.
You put your guy, your quarterback, your franchise guy, the guy you're thinking about paying, in a meaningless game, and now he's hurt.
Dealing with nerve stuff. And I agree. But how be ever again? And I've been saying this all season. Like I said, I've been wanting them to shut down Fred Warner, but Fred Warner's too professional,
Yep.
and he's leading
You
by
got to
example,
play.
showing why he's the captain and showing why he's an all-time Niner. He shouldn't be out there, but he wants to show the guys the 49er way, and you commend him for it, and you respect him for it, and you salute him for it. But I wouldn't play 50. But I wouldn't play 54 this time. But I know he's got a different way.
But Dub, I can give him all the praise in the world for doing it, but at what point do you need to save a fucking player from himself?
I have been saying this the last 5
the
weeks
more,
to shut him down.
The more he plays on it, the more he works through it at all pro level, the more he's fucking it up before he's going to have to get surgery on it. The more damage, the more nerve damage, ligament, the more shit is getting torn up and fucked up in his ankle, the more he plays with it.
I agree.
So at the end of the season, again, in games that mean absolutely fucking nothing,
Nothing.
go get your surgery, heal the fuck up so we can have you by next season.
That's why I'm glad we shut down Max Crosby and he even got that surgery.
Like, I don't understand.
It's pride. It's pride, JP.
Pride, fuck that. Fuck
these play
that.
they want to play.
This is business decisions. This is
Yeah,
shit that needs to be actually addressed with players.
of
Ego
course.
needs to be put to the side at some point. At some point, because you're talking about not just like you're putting your team in a bind. You're now putting your career at risk, your longevity at risk. Patrick Willis's career cut completely short because he kept playing on fucked up ankles and feet. It's not that he didn't take care of it. It's just the dude was a fucking warrior.
God, he was a football
And
player.
nobody was going to tell Patrick Willis, no, you can't get on the field because he was still an all-pro Hall of Famer, by the way.
Football player.
Correct.
Football player. Football player.
So that's what I mean. Like when it comes to longevity, you're such a good I knew when we fucking got him. I'm like, Fred Warner, that's our guy. That's the fucking next. That's the next P Dub right there.
That was our replacement for Patrick Willis. Yeah.
I was like, that's the next Patrick Willis, but he can cover better than Patrick can.
His number will be retired in Santa Clara for sure.
100%.
That he is one of the players. You know, it would have
third round.
You guys, you guys got a fucking Super Bowl, but he's one of the players that should have a Super Bowl. Patrick Willis.
Patrick. Yeah. No. There. I mean, we can go on about players that should have.
Yeah. But I'm just saying he's on that list.
But he's at the end of the day, he's got a gold jacket.
100%.
So
well deserved. Yeah.
I mean, and I'm going to be completely, and I've been one of the people to say it. I always knew he would be. I didn't know it was going to be this soon. Because of the fact it was an 8-year career.
Well, you can't deny his numbers.
But I that's what I'm saying. In those 8 years, he was the best linebacker in the league. There was nobody better than Patrick Willis.
100%.
Ask Brad Smith, the Jets.
Like anybody can make whatever argument they want to. They're fucking wrong. Patrick Willis was the best linebacker from rookie year to the time he retired.
Him and Frank Gore were the only two reasons to watch the Niners before Harbaugh got there. They were the only two reasons.
And getting Joe, and I mean, with Patrick Willis, people forget about Joe Staley at times. Joe Staley was probably one of the best left tackle draft picks in franchise history for sure. But we're talking about a guy, Joe Staley is going to be a Hall of Famer.
He is.
Played his entire career with the 49ers.
Correct.
Him and Patrick Willis drafted with the same team, retired with the same team. But that's kind of gone missing for some reason. We haven't we've gotten lucky with our left tackle play for the last 2 decades, let's say. With Joe Staley and Trent Williams, there has been no problem at left tackle. But after, I want to say year 2 of getting into Gene Stadium, the priority in offensive line just was non-existent. Ever since Kyle really took over the reins, the need for offensive line and the priority for offensive line has been virtually none. He's been our offensive line minus our left tackle have been plug and play guys.
Yes.
1-2 year guys that we
Yes.
get, after you may get a gem here and there, but plug and play guys for a year or two, recyclable offensive linemen. There's no mainstays. There's no people who you can really remember going, oh yeah, he played a long time. There is none of that because that's not how Kyle operates. That's not how he thinks. He thinks with the skill positions, getting the ball out quick, all this other kind of stuff, like it masks the offensive line play. And the problem is, it doesn't. Because if the offensive line sucks, I don't give a fuck how good your skill players are.
Gotta protect.
You're never going to win the game.
Nope.
Had it not been for that offensive line sucking so bad, we would have never found Brock Purdy. You understand that? Had they been able to protect Trey Lance, who knows? He could have developed into something crazy. Jimmy was who Jimmy was. That's just protection or not. He was never going to be the guy to really take you over the hill.
Jimmy no throws. Medicine ball.
But then you go,
Hospital
then you find a gem in Brock Purdy. Takes you to the NFC Championship game, and once again, right side of the line, and a coaching decision to have your backup tight end block the best pass rusher in the league. Or at least one of them.
Oh, shit.
Was just, it's asinine. You don't learn from your mistakes. That's the literal definition of insanity.
Well,
Fireable offense, if you ask me.
I've even had some people go, "Oh, he's from Texas." I've had EJ go, "He's from Texas, though." And am I supposed to give him leeway because he's fucking Bevo alumni? Hell to the no. There's a fucking standard you're not upholding, you son of a bitch. You're making it look bad. That's probably pissing me off more than anything. You're making the burnt orange look bad in the fucking next level. We're already having trouble enough as it is.
Oh.
And now you're bringing it to the next level. This is why I'm saying both teams are a carbon copy. When I watch the Longhorns, I see the 49ers. It's exactly the same thing.
oh baby.
It's exactly the same thing. Promise, hope. Oh, it could be there. But then when you get to the final point, when it matters the most, you can't fucking do it.
Forget about the
You choke it all away. Your quarterback chokes it all away. It's a never-ending cycle. I watch it from college to the next level in NFL. This year has been absolutely just. Mizzle, I understand, with the Raiders, I get it. But from watching my team and then watching my college team do the same exact thing, I am surprised. I am surprised I haven't needed to buy a new TV yet.
Hey, I haven't seen Florida State and the Raiders do the same thing. Oh wait, they did it this year. You haven't
been like those other fans and burn a jersey.
No, never that.
I will never.
I have got to the point
because that's a waste of money.
I have got to the point to where I cannot let these teams decide how my life is going to be. I used to be that way. I used to be the most You got to understand.
I would never
years
go to
of
the.
losing.
I would never
Whew.
go to the extent of burning jerseys though,
Nah, I
because
ain't burning jerseys.
again, that paying
They're slightly
45 plus.
expensive. They're expensive.
Yes.
Some jerseys you're spending over $100 for.
Yep.
You know, both my Ronnie Lott jerseys were 120. So and those like the red one is the only one. The white one is only special occasion. I've had to wash it 3 times though, because it had the good juju and then it had the bad juju. So I gotta wash it and make sure the bad juju wash out.
Oh yes, delicates.
You know, but the white one is still like damn near pristine. It's just watching this team is just it. And there's always a ton of people that go, "Oh, what the fuck do you guys know?" I mean, again, this is a family show. Y'all have said and done the same shit on the job photos as well. So we've all said things that have literally come to fruition and played out right before our very eyes.
Yes, indeed.
We've been telling y'all this for not just months, for years.
We just don't get paid for it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Oh.
like me and the brother said, we warned everybody about Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, and
Yes.
look where they are now. They should have been to the Super Bowl last year.
As a football fan, I
Well,
mean,
not last year, it was last year.
As a football fan, it does not get any better than a combined 28-4 to close out the season.
I still think it was a mistake to this day that the 49ers didn't pull the trigger to go get Jared Goff.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the Rams were going to do that.
No, as far as drafting him.
Drafting? Oh, the Aaron Rodgers treatment? Yeah. Right in your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it.
But it does not get no better than 28-4 to close out the regular season.
And the NFL did it right. The NFL did it right.
Not only with the NFC North on the line, but the number 1 seed on the line. And it's a shame because the loser drops off. The loser will be a 14-win team, but the 5th seed.
It's something about how it's structured, but it is. You didn't win your division.
But you have to be compensated for winning your division. You have to be.
Yep.
Detroit is going to be on fire if they get the number 1 seed.
Well,
I still think they slightly run the table no matter how they get it.
Detroit throughout the playoffs is going to be hell for other
home field
teams.
advantage? Oh, yeah.
It is going to be absolute hell for other teams.
It just sucks the Lions don't play outdoors. Because if they did, oh, baby.
Well, they might still be all right. They're a gritty enough team to be able to.
I still think they run the table if they even make it to the 5 seed. I still think they can run the table.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, okay. When the Vikings in the 70s were going to the Super Bowl, which seems like every other year back in the 70s in Frank Tarkenton, Metropolitan Stadium in the Twin Cities, visiting teams did not like going there.
Because it was cold.
Exactly. And it's a damn shame that
cold.
Half of the NFC North plays in a dome.
Only the Bears?
The Bears and the Packers.
Yep, Bears and Packers.
I mean, in Minnesota, it gets
cold. So does Green Bay.
I mean, but Green Bay has a legacy to uphold.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, when the Vikings were playing.
Hell, Chicago even gets cold. These are
When
all
the
three cold
Vikings-
cities.
When
Hell.
the Viking, oh, we got a cat sighting.
I want to say I heard the cat purr in the
When the
background.
Vikings,
Acting like a goddamn fool, so I gotta
Need
give
some
her
attention.
when the
Exactly.
Vikings were playing the Seahawks, and the late great Hall of Famer Bud Grant was walking to do the coin toss wearing just a polo shirt, and it was
Right.
cold as cold can get.
Right.
If I was on the Seahawks, I would have been like, "What is this crazy old man doing?"
Well, just as bad as those people out there in Buffalo ain't wearing no damn shirts.
Yeah,
But I mean, the people in Buffalo were wearing no shirts during that Ice Bowl against Kansas City.
Jesus.
When Patrick Mahomes broke his helmet, it was so cold.
Let me tell you where I would have been. Home. Matter of fact, I
With the
wouldn't
heater.
even be there. I'm not moving somewhere to where it snows like that. I'm good. You couldn't pay me enough.
People were. What did you guys think about that? Because a lot of people were complaining about that.
With the ice ball,
A lot of people were saying that they shouldn't have played.
football games have been played in worse.
That's what I said.
You were paid millionaires. Get out there and play this game.
football belongs in.
They
the,
in the
played
elements
played
are
in
part
worse
of football.
conditions with less technology.
Football.
Yeah, it's called an ice ball for a reason.
I mean, so it's
Football.
like, so I'm looking at it going, it's not. Look, is it healthy for you? No, it's not.
Hell, what
But
game
is it
was it?
impossible to play? No. So at that point, you leave it up to the coaches and players. Hey, these are dangerous weather conditions. Are y'all still willing to play? Yeah, hell yeah, we are. Matter of fact, some of us are going to go out with no sleeves. Some of us are going to warm up with no shirts. Okay, yeah, we'll keep playing the game. We're going to have fans out there who are willing to get frostbite and freeze their goddamn nipples off and go to the hospital the next day
Hypothermia.
for hypothermia. Yeah, they paid good money to freeze their ass off. You goddamn right, we're gonna play this game. This is Bill's Mafia, goddammit.
Right. I'm pissed
T-Bone,
off in the
get the
monsoon. I'm pissed off sitting in the monsoon watching the game, even though I was at one on a great Monday night football at the Oakland Alameda Coliseum against the Minnesota Vikings.
Me personally,
Yeah.
though,
Pretty good.
that would have sucked. That would have sucked to play through. That would have been goddamn. I probably would have had sleeves, to be honest with you, because that, like, I understand you're 300 pounds, but everybody who wasn't wearing a shirt or sleeve was red as blood out there.
My brother knows me. I'd have checked out. Yeah, this is an illness. Just give me the big coat. I'm just gonna be over here on this sideline. Fuck this shit
My
here.
hand's gonna be over the heater.
It is too cold to be doing anything. No. Play
So
a
you're
football
asking,
game?
you're asking me to play in negative degree weather?
See, this is why I switched to basketball.
And
Basketball is an indoor sport.
And it's so windy that it's gonna be even colder.
Yeah, nope. I don't need wind chill. I don't need none of that. I'll shoot a basketball. Yep. There we
I'll
go.
let you know something, Coach. I'm not gonna be comfortable. I'll tell you that.
And then
I'm
that's
gonna
when
be
you look,
bitching and complaining the whole time. I'll guarantee you that.
this when you look at the coach. You want me to run what route? No, we ain't doing that today, Coach.
You want me to catch a frozen boulder?
You better have 80 run plays in that script because nope.
I really felt bad for Tom Coughlin in the 2007 NFC Championship game in Lambeau Field because that man's face was red and looks like icicles were forming on his nose.
They were just inside of his brain, just frozen there with all of his nose hairs.
Commend you sports players that play in cold weather.
But it's like that's the type of shit that the game was built on.
Yep.
Yes.
Nobody was bitching and complaining about it. That why are we complaining about it now? If people are willing to play in those conditions, if people are willing to go to the game and watch and stand in those conditions, some crazy enough to watch them without a shirt.
Kudos.
Mr. Marshall.
Darwinism.
Kudos.
Strong survive. If they die, they die. They made the decision.
Ivan Drago.
I'm not
Like the
saying
kid
like,
Will
oh, they
champion.
deserve it, or I'm just
No, I know
saying
just
like, if
yeah, I know what
people
you're
are
saying.
making the decisions to go out and do this, just let them do it.
Just like if you decide
If
to
you
swim
wouldn't
with
do it,
sharks.
that's cool. You wouldn't do it. That's all right. But you're gonna sit at home and watch and enjoy the game like everybody else around America who can't watch it. Live. If you had the opportunity to watch it live, because you think about it going, oh man, this could be one of those historic games like back in the day.
Yeah.
If you're as crazy as Bill's Mafia, you're going to that fucking game.
Devon, get the tables.
Get the frozen
and
tables
put it on
too.
fire. And put it on fire while you're at it.
You're gonna have to in order to go through it, because going through an ice table would be brutal.
But real quickly before we do call it right, yesterday truly was the end of an era. 26 of its 31 years of existence was on the USA Network. The first run was from 1993 to 2000, then made its return back in 2005. But the 26-year run of Monday Night Raw comes to an end on the USA Network. Memories galore from its first episode back on January the 11th, 1993 at the Manhattan Center with Vince McMahon, Ron Bartlett, and the Hall of Famer, the late great Macho Man Randy Savage as your commentary team. Of course, the first episode, remember, as Bobby the Brain Heenan dressing up in women's gear trying to get into the show, which he eventually became on the broadcast team.
Yes.
Of course. Just many, many memories of Monday Night Raw as it is moving to Netflix on the 6th of January, 2025. That's going to be a top-tiered Monday Night Raw, of course, coming from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California, to kick off the Netflix edition of Raw, which you'll have Michael Cole and Pat McAfee back on commentary for Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
SmackDown does remain on USA Network, and I think Tessitore and Wade Barrett will go to SmackDown.
That's better. That warms my heart.
Or it might be Tessitore, Barrett, and Graves. We don't know.
Oh fuck! Wait a minute. Damn, we can't lose Graves.
Well, Graves will still be part of the pay-per-views. Yeah, like I say, he still might. SmackDown might become a 3-man team. We don't know. But
They're gonna have to keep Corey Graves in some capacity.
Yeah, because Corey Graves has grown on me a lot, so he needs to be around. But it's good to get Cole and McAfee back together, because now when Braun Strowman come out, I can finally get back the McAfee moments. That's one big some bitch. So,
and all the holy hells.
oh yes, him and Cole are good together. I like it. It's good.
But yeah,
it's good.
True end of an era. It's gonna be weird not to turn to the USA Network and not see Monday Night Raw on the USA Network. Of course, USA has been a part of a WWE staple since 1984 with TNT, Tuesday Night Titans, to of course All American Wrestling, to of course Primetime Wrestling with the greatest combo of all time in Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Then of course from Primetime Wrestling turned into Monday Night Raw. Now SmackDown will still be on USA, so there is still a WWE and USA relationship. It's now the Blue Brand. SmackDown will be a part of USA. As
well, you know, it's a good thing about Now Raw being on Netflix, you don't have to worry about finding it on demand. If you
No.
miss it, it's just right. It's right there.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
right. It's right. It's right there.
But of course,
Even though I know the spoilers are going to be out there on next week, but still gonna watch it.
well, I mean, still, you have Cena gonna make an appearance, much to the
Who?
chagrin of Mizzle. The person you don't like,
Oh, that's a
EJ
better way to say his name.
EJ's hero.
That's a better way to say his name. Gonna have to hear it for a fucking year.
Where? Where is he? What? Where'd he go? Where is John Cena?
Oh God,
Did y'all see the leak?
Yes.
the Royal Rumble leak.
I don't know if I believe it or not.
I don't either. I take the internet with a very, very.
Well, I will say
Big
this:
thing,
if
so.
that actually happens, Mizzle is going to be very pissed off.
John Cena winning the Royal Rumble.
That's what the season 1 leak script. Yes.
Man, that's not the way to do it.
So,
And The
so
Rock-
if John
and-
Cena
and-
wins the
and-
Royal
and-
Rumble,
The Rock-
WrestleMania,
That
The
means
Rock
he's
is
breaking the record. He's
headlined.
breaking the record.
And The Rock is the runner-up, and he comes in at number 31. That's one script leak.
Now
They
the
also
Rock
had-
comes in.
And they
Well,
also
see-
had one for the women. And on the women's one, they have Charlotte winning.
Oh, come on. Hunter better not do nothing like that.
You know
All
they're
this
gonna
young,
do it like
all
that.
this young talent out there, and we're still going back with the oldie but goodies. Come on, start
You
look,
know exactly
stop.
what they're gonna do.
start pushing some of these younger ones like they push carrying cross down my fucking throat. I'm sick of this guy.
Why do you hate carrying cross?
I just don't like the multiple characters that he has been through, and he just doesn't. When I watch him doing his little thing and the interviews and the storylines, I'm like, it doesn't move me. It just could be me, but I just
So, do I get the distinct for them that Big E is about to be cleared to wrestle soon?
get the. I mean, that makes a whole lot of sense since they didn't broke up to half the New Day. So it's going to be a Big E revenge tour.
Damn it. Bring him up completely.
What?
If Big E is actually cleared to come back, that's going to be a nice storyline with the New Day. That's gonna
Especially
be
because
a
he got the whole
real
locker
fun
room
one.
behind him too.
Yep.
So everybody will want to team up and try to do that. So maybe the New Day getting whooped on. I'll take that.
Getting an ass whooping from the entire locker room because even the heels don't agree with him.
Exactly. You got Dominic Mysterio frowning up on you. Then that's saying a lot.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty big.
then there's a little nugget too, the little skit they had with Rey Mysterio. So something's brewing with the locker room. So that's gonna happen. But yes, I agree with you, Dub. It's gonna suck not looking at USA and the Monday night.
But anxious to see how this is going to pan off. And like I said, Netflix, get your buffering together, because if you start buffering during Monday Night Raw, like, that would be some ish. If you heard the glass breaking and Stone Cold makes an appearance on Raw and you buffer, you
People
might
will
see-
start unsubscribing.
Facts. They will lose a whole because they're already getting a lot of new subscribers because
Yes.
WWE is everywhere.
Yes.
It is everywhere.
Absolutely.
And so I expect a pay increase to hit here pretty soon.
They will figure
But
out
they
what
said-
happens by other means.
Oh yeah, well they said every tier that I guess Netflix has, the WWE is gonna be a part of it. So that's pretty good.
But
They're still
yeah.
going to up the price.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
I
it's
can't
it's
wait
coming. It's a new year.
I cannot wait for Seth and Phil And the promo
Now
they had
that's
tonight,
what I'm waiting
the
for.
promo they had tonight was absolute fire. Oh,
Well, I
Go
mean,
fuck
which one
yourself.
hasn't been
Fuck you.
fired?
Fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck
I
you.
mean,
Fuck you.
which one of them hasn't been fired? I mean, every
True.
single one has been.
but tonight,
So you mean to tell me it's better than the promo where they ran around the whole ring just whooping their ass? It's better than that one?
I'm
That
not
was
going
pretty
that
good,
far,
too.
but I'm not going that far. But tonight's promo with those, man,
I know they threw some zingers at each other.
yeah,
I don't think it's on my I don't think it's on my streaming service yet.
but yeah, man, I can't wait. But final score in Levi Stadium tonight: the Lions got the win, 40-34, to go to 14-2, which sets up the big matchup between the Vikings and the Lions for the number one seed in the NFC
NFL did it right.
on Sunday Night Football. So here is the lineup for Week 18. Really, only one spot to be determined in the NFC, and that is who wins the NFC South. If the Buccaneers beat the Saints at home, Buccaneers win the division for a fourth straight year. If they lose and the Falcons win over the Panthers, the Falcons win the NFC South. Basically, it's just for seeding purposes in the AFC, but it's real simple. If the Broncos beat the Chiefs, they are in. However, if the Broncos lose and the Dolphins lose and the Bengals win on Saturday against the Steelers, then it is the Bengals that reach the playoffs. And I will say this to the AFC: if you somehow let Joe Burrow in the playoffs, be very afraid, because Joe Burrow really does have ice water in his veins and he gives no F's. But it is
Now,
all.
are the
Don't-
Chiefs
Don't let them light up
resting their
that
starters?
cigar.
They said they are.
The Broncos are going to win that game, possibly.
So it is the all AFC North on Saturday. Browns and Ravens, 1:30 p.m. Steelers Bengals at 5 p.m. Both of those games you can catch on ABC and ESPN. And then, of course, we got Texans and Titans to close it out. Again, Falcons and Panthers, Saints, Buccaneers, Bills, Patriots. The Jaguars get to see their favorite people to close out the season. That would be the Indianapolis Colts. Commanders and Cowboys in Arlington. And
I can't wait to watch Washington beat the crap out of Dallas.
Oldest round in the NFL,
that's gonna be
Bears
so
and
good.
Packers. And then, of
Does
course,
the Commanders have something to play for?
no.
Is no seeding?
And they're
No,
still going to beat their ass.
They are the 6th seed.
It's a rivalry game, divisional rivalry game. It doesn't have to mean anything. They're going to tear each other apart.
Well, I was just seeing if it was going to be the starters or backups. That's all I was just trying to see.
No. And, of course, Saquon Barkley, 101 yards away from beating Eric Dickerson's
Now,
record.
that's what I want to see. Give him
home,
the damn ball.
He's going to beat the shit out of the Giants.
Give him the damn ball.
Those are your 10 o'clock games. The 1 o'clock games, Seahawks, Rams, meaningless now. Rams win the division by way of the Commanders and all those other teams winning on Sunday. Dolphins and Jets at MetLife. Dolphins with slim playoff hopes. If the Dolphins win, Bengals and Broncos lose, then the Dolphins get in. Chiefs and Broncos. Chiefs something to play for. Broncos needing win number 10 to get into the playoffs. And the Chargers and Raiders in Las Vegas. Obviously nothing to play for the Chargers. Just maybe a tune up, but we shall see. And then, of course, 14-2 versus 14-2. Vikings, Lions, for all the marbles in the NFC.
I think I'm going to have that in my ear because I'm going to be at work, but that's going to be in my ear. I got to hear that.
We had a very good bowl game today between Iowa and Missouri.
It was.
The Music City Bowl. Missouri gets the win to get their 10th win of the season, 27-24 over Iowa. Iowa finishes the year 8-5. And then today, folks, we got Alabama and Michigan in the Real Quest Bowl. That's at 9 a.m. on ESPN. At 11 a.m., we have the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Yes, the Frosted Flakes Bowl, brought to you by Tony the Tiger. It is the Louisville Cardinals taking on the Washington Huskies. The Citrus Bowl, 2 ranked teams 15th ranked South Carolina at 9-3, taking on the 9-3 20th ranked Fighting Illini of Illinois. Of course, Baylor, LSU in the Texas Bowl, both teams in 4. But the dandy tonight, 4:30 p.m., the Fiesta Bowl in Glendale, Arizona, the Penn State Nittany Lions, the Boise State Broncos.
That'll be in my ear as well.
That's going to be a dandy of a football
that's going to
game.
be in my ear for
and
sure.
of course, the winner of that heads to Miami to the Capital One Orange Bowl, awaiting the winner of the Sugar Bowl between UGA, the Georgia Bulldogs, and the Fighting Irish Notre Dame. And of course, New Year's Day, the old Rose Bowl matchup, Ohio State and Oregon in the San Gabriel Mountains. And of course, JP's beloved Beavos, the Longhorns, taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils in Atlanta in the Peach Bowl. Of course, they will play the winner of Ohio State and Oregon in the Cotton Bowl in Arlington, Texas.
Texas.
And the winner of Boise State, Penn State, and Georgia Notre Dame go to the Orange Bowl in the semis. In both semis games, we'll have one on the 9th and one on the 10th. Then, of course, the national championship day before Mizzle's birthday on the 20th in Atlanta, Georgia.
And I am off that day.
So,
Perfect.
So, sounds like we might have to do a watch along for the national championship, whomever it may be, on the 20th.
Martin Luther King Day as well.
Ugh. An inauguration day. Yuck.
Why did you have to? You just put a big piece of shit on my mind with that right then and there. Yeah. Okay.
But how'll be ever.
Yeah, you're an asshole for that one, Dub.
Well, actually, Jimmy Carter's the bigger asshole because, yeah, he is, because...
You leave
Flags.
Jimmy alone.
No. Here's why I say that. Because flags will be at a half staff for 30 days. So the flags will be at a half staff on the 20th when that
It's a lot going down on the 20th.
Yeah. But services for President Carter will be on actually January the 9th, so it will still happen while Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. is still in office during that time. But all federal buildings in D.C. will be at half staff for 30 days to mourn a very great humanitarian.
Yes.
A man who was really about peace.
Yes.
And willing to help others, the 39th President of the United States, Mr. Jimmy Carter. With that said, folks, glad you came and hung out with us on this 9-hour edition, as we're 15 episodes away from 300. But please don't forget to check out our good brethrens, the All-Pro Jaffos, the highly elevated sports talk with the highly elevated sportsman, Tuesdays and Fridays with JP, the Prodigy, DJ Mizzle, and DJ Matt Sticks. And normally, Mizzle and I are recurring guests, always down to join the Jaffa Army, also join the Jaffa family. So please get those subscription up. Jaffos TV on YouTube. Please subscribe, like a friend, tell a friend, share, subscribe, like, all the above. Shout out to Great Brothers Productions. As always, they'll get you right. Special thanks to DJ Mizzle for doing what he does. The Super W Maker, who will all be getting with DJ Matt Sticks.
Big things are coming.
17 KD. Reason why we got music on the show is because of that young man. Get with it. Also, don't forget, 2-Day Winter War, brought to you by the A7FL. Go to A7FLNV.com.
Excited for that.
Right?
Money on the line. Hopefully, the Asgardian from Asgard, the Viking McCorkle, will join myself and Chris back at the booth if he's not playing in that. But of course, the big one, March 16th.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go. Let's
11
go.
Of the A7FL. Can the Insomniacs make history and not only join the Patterson U as the other 3-time champion in the A7FL, but can they be the first to three-peat in the A7FL? That remains to be seen. Now, before we go, one more thing. Oh, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett. You are.
You don't have the video? You don't have the video?
No, I do not have the video.
Oh, I sent it to you. You didn't upload
I know
it.
we haven't. But we don't want to get flagged. That's the thing.
Oh, that's right. Oh man.
But Kenny Pickett,
If you saw the play,
Kenny Pickett, who literally sacked himself into the turf in Philadelphia, 2 gloves and all, making Jim McMahon look bad, along with Kurt Warner and Teddy Bridgewater. You, Mr. Pickett, are the recipient
yes.
of the Scott Mitchell Award for Week
Yes, indeed.
17.
Yes,
And then this is where you get the Bill Murray from Space Jam. Da 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 da.
And then Bill Murray always likes to remind you folks, Larry's not white. Larry's clear.
Larry's clear.
Larry's clear.
That's
However, though,
good.
special thanks to the bad guy, JP Josh Pernado, for joining us here.
Third.
Enjoy the college bowl games later on today, especially the Fiesta Bowl. Can't wait for that.
Yes.
But more importantly than that, however you are celebrating the last day of 2024 and ringing into 2025, please, please, please be around
Driving
loved
home.
ones. Be safe. Be secure.
Be safe.
Please call an Uber or a Lyft.
Yes.
And buses are going to be riding free.
I'm telling you, yeah, they got
Rides.
drunk driver. I mean, not drunk,
They're going to be everywhere.
tipsy taxi
So please,
all
please,
over,
please.
especially if you have AAA. If you have
Yes.
AAA will send you something to get home.
Yes.
Please,
So
please protect
please,
your
please.
life and another life if you're going to be out there
Nope.
drinking.
Don't be stupid, stupid.
Yes.
Please don't be, I hate to say it, Henry Ruggs. Yes, please. Let's not do that.
Don't be like Stimpy, and don't be an idiot.
Yes, there's
Because-
plenty avenues to get you home on
Yep.
this day and night. I understand it as a grown person, you feel that you can do it, and you should not tell another grown person something. But hey, be a friend. Take their car keys. You be the friend.
Yeah, I was going to say real friends, real people will tell them, no, fuck that. They need to hear that shit.
Yeah. It's
Too many people have died
too
for
many
those
lives,
dumbass
yeah.
decisions. So,
Yeah.
So from all of us here, from the All Pro Jaffos, from the
Happy
Mizzle
New
Dub
Year.
Show, we say that may your 2025 be as blessed, prosperous, and elevated, and that the good Lord grant your heart's desires, and make 2025 greater than 2024. A lot more collaborations. As our good friend, the hardest working man in sports, Mel Carey, to say, gonna rob them legally. To all of the guests we've had in 2024, we thank you all, bless you all. To our 167 subscribers that we've gained from this year, thank you for finding us entertaining. Thank you for enjoying the content that myself and Mizzle pull out or put in to this, not pull out, but put into this. We appreciate you guys. But of course, also to the collaborations of one with our dear brother in the All Pro Jaffos, who we
hell yeah.
love dearly and sincerely. Looking forward to 2025 and to more collaborations.
Gonna be a
And,
fun year.
Just a lot of good stuff. So, from all of us here on the Mizzle Job Show and the Upper Jaffos, happy 2025. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you in 2025. And as
2025.
always, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And the last time that deserves a yeet.
Always good.
Happy New Year. God bless you guys. We love you. And you've been watching the Mizzle Dub Show.
Super dope beat maker takes us out. The last time in 2025. Let's go. Man. Too bad my football team couldn't get their ish together to make this a good closing year, but there's always next year.
Lose the Super Bowl and get injured. And hold on with that. Why? I'm going to do a shout out. Pick up a game on Sunday.
Good good morning and happy New Year's Eve. Be safe, everybody. Mizzle and Dub out. We love y'all.